now we can head into the murder scene itself, which is this next room, completely opposite, directly opposite the one we just came from.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Nowhere near as graphic as case number 1 anyway. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is examine the dead body.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Alright, so the first thing we want to examine is the head, and specifically the wound.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
And the poker sitting next to the body.
That must be the murder weapon.
Now we can examine the feet.
Barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
And then his walking stick.
Quite a large stick. A formidable weapon.
And then the fireplace here. And examine the
It is
grate.
covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
And now we have 2 more deductions we can make. So push Y. So we're going to link dead body to bent poker as a possible cause of death, basically. Yep, poker blow. That's possibly killed him. RB again. And then we're going to link dead body to fireplace grate as another possibility. That he may have fallen and hit his head on that, possibly. So now we have either one of those. Again, it doesn't matter there. And now we can back out. And you might have noticed it's hinting at us to use our detective vision. So push that, and then at the mantelpiece, you want to take a closer look at it, if I can get the right angle here. And there should be, there we go, a rope. And now examine the end of the rope there.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Okay. And once we've done that, we want to have a look at the table here. And we're going to examine these 3 glasses you can see sitting there. Just one at a time. Examine the glasses.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Someone posted a comment. I have never even heard of...
at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Going to prove my ignorance here, but I don't even know what beeswing means.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Or is it just some old-fashioned word?
That only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other 2 are clear.
And then we'll just have a look at the wine bottle.
Chateau Calon-Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
And the decanter there as well.
Standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed.
And now we have yet another deduction. So hit Y, and we've got the 2 glasses that we can link to the other glass with the beeswing. Alright, so there was either 3 people or 2 people drinking wine. Who knows? And once again, it's not important at this stage. Alright. Now we can turn to our left and head over to the chair here where the wife had been tied up, allegedly. And what we want to do is we want to examine the rope here. So have a look at that.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Oh, I know a dog.
This is the chair
called
Lady
Toby.
Brackenstall was tied to.
Yeah, so just examine the chair as well, and that closes that. And head over to this, whatever they call it, a sideboard here. So head over to this thing and we'll examine that. First thing is the candlestick. Have a look at that.
It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
Just examine one of these bottles.
Wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
And we want to examine the empty space where there was a
wine
bottle.
is missing here.
And then the silverware box
An
over
empty
here.
silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Okay, seems like a very sloppy job if you ask me. And that's it for the crime scene. We are going to head back to Lady B, I'm going to call her. Head back and have a quick chat to her before we head off. Oops. Help if I click the
Three
button.
glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his two sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Alright, so now we can head to our map. And we want to head back to Baker Street, so let's do that. Okay, and from here we want to go to the analysis table and examine the rope that we have picked up.
Let us see how the rope was cut.
Okay, so the first thing you do is grab the scissors.
The
Sorry.
fibers at the end of
Grab the
the
rope.
are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
Okay, so now we can pick up the scissors. Hold them over here somewhere. Cut the rope. Yep.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
Now grab these cutters. I don't know if you actually have to do it in this order. I'm just doing this for completeness to show you guys what happens. Because as you'll see, it's not the right answer, either of these.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
So I suppose if you wanted to, you could have gone straight for the knife here, pick that up, use that to cut the rope, and you'll find that that's the correct
If I
answer.
cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
Alright, so now that we've done that and figured that out, what we mentioned earlier, or what Sherlock mentioned earlier, is that he needs a sniffer hound, and I know just the right person or animal for the job. Let's have a chat to Toby again. This is where I don't know if this counts towards our dog fancier achievement. It probably does, but I like to just make sure by talking to him at the start of the case. Alright, let's have another chat to him.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Okay, and now you can head to your map and head back to the crime scene, and Toby will be coming along. So let's do that.
Search, Toby.
Okay, so now we find ourselves in control of Toby. What you want to do is follow this green trail. Now, something that I didn't figure out until much later on, first time I played this, is Toby is annoyingly slow. And the game doesn't tell you this, but you can actually hold the right trigger to make him go faster. But once we get to this window, we need to call Sherlock to open the door for us, so do that. Yeah, and then I just hold right trigger. Goes a little faster, still not great speed, but a lot better than that slow walk he's got. So yeah, just continue to follow the green trail. You should be able to see it here. Follow it around out towards this shed. And we'll have to get Sherlock's attention again when we get to the door.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Okay, and now from here you can follow the trail that leads out across the grass here. Where to go? Yeah, back out this way. Got a bit lost for a second there. and to this well here, and we'll grab Sherlock again.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Okay, and back in control of Toby. Follow around to the other side of the well and follow the green trail again to this wall, and that will be it.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Okay, now that we're back in control of Sherlock, we're going to go and have a look at the different areas that Toby spotted for us. So start with this shed here, head inside. Okay, we've got a hook here that we want to take. That's for later.
Might be useful.
Alright, then we can have a look at these bags.
Seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
I have no idea how he knows that. I want to just have a quick look at the toolbox.
Small gardening tools. Nothing of great interest.
And the only other thing we can look at in here is the suitcase here, I believe.
This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
I have no idea what the point of going in there was, but I'm just showing you everything for completeness. And now we want to head over to the well. And have a look at the well. Examine the inside and examine the glittering object that you can see down the bottom.
Glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
Ooh, I wonder. So now we want to take the bucket off, and we can place the hook that we grabbed from the shed onto there, and then we want to wheel it down. And there we go, we've got something there. And we want to open the bag.
Silverware. This is hardly a coincidence.
Yeah, I wonder where that's from. Grab out the fork. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate it over, up or down on the right stick, and examine the coat of arms.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Alright, and what we've got to do from here, we've got a deduction. So press Y, and what we want to do is we want to go to the found silverware, this one here, and link that to criminals identified. So link that. And we actually also want to go back into our clues. I missed a deduction from earlier. So after we did the little experiment on the knife, we got these two clues. So we can tick those off and link them so that there's no more clues left over for now. All right, now what we want to do, we want to get some sort of little task to sort of move this case along. And what we have to do is, I'll show you which choices we do have to make. So this is one of the rare occasions where we do have to add a few things up here to give us another possible outcome so that we can go and investigate something a bit further. So the choices you want to make with these are, first of all, you want 2 people. And then you want to go to imitated robbery. And Randall's blame, so we've already got that. It doesn't really matter, but you can have blow. Got my words stuck for a second there. And then open this one up and click murderous visitor. And then what we need is, it might be this one here, acquainted with a sailor. What have I got wrong? Ah, is it up there? and sailor background. And there we go. This should be it. Yeah, so this is a new task. Look for sailor. So we're going to find out whether a sailor was involved, because the rope was the rope that was used to tie her. There were sailor knots in the rope, and also we know that the only contact we know that she's had that since she's been in England is with the sail ship that she came on. So very, very light clue, but we're going to go for it for now. So choose that one, and that gives us the task that we need to do. All right, so now before we go on with that, we're going to go back into the house, and we're going to have a chat to the inspector again, because he obviously has nothing better to do. He's still sitting inside here waiting for us to basically do his job for him and solve this one. So head in here, and there he is doing nothing. So we're going to have a chat to him.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Oh, what a mystery. All right, now we're going to quickly go talk to Lady B and also Teresa again. See what they think about the found silverware.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Doesn't seem too surprised.
Your ladyship?
Very strange. Let's see if Teresa's any different.
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
They're not too impressed at all, really, are they? Okay, and now it's time to go back to Baker Street again. So let's click that. Okay, we're going to have to call it a video there. Join us next time for more of Case 4. But until then, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please remember to hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. It would really help out a lot, and I will catch you all next time.